We got no water, so we're gonna have to do this in overtime. Either way. Impenetrable. Impenetrable reduces the damage taken from blocking with charge or blockade, and also gives you the Stonewall effect. Stonewall gives you two effects. It either gives you the block effect, which you can get your revenge, and revenge is used to get your health back over time. Or it can activate your deflection, which you can use to actually deflect. Relentless. Relentless allows you to link your normals, your smash, and your charge, and your blockade together without having to worry about being stopped, or without any limit. It also awakens your awakening buff. Your awakening buff increases your attack, defense, and attack speed over time. Level 1 increases your attack and defense by 600, and your attack speed by 2%. Level 2 increases your attack and defense by 120, and increases your attack speed by 4%. Level 3 increases your attack and defense by 180, and increases your attack speed by 6%. Level 4 increases your attack and defense by 240, and increases your attack speed by 8%. And level 5 increases your attack and defense by 300, and your attack speed by 10%. Judgment is one of your actives. Judgment has iframes in the first and second swing of the animation. Now, you can do double judgment. Double judgment, the way how you do it is that you're going to do the first two swings of judgment, and then you're going to do either your execute or your crescent, and then you're going to press your judgment key again to do it again. You can also do judgment, charge, and judgment again, and you will be able to get the double judgment. Judgment resets after getting a deflection. Blockade. Blockade is Hurk's block. Hurk has had a buff now that you can now block 360 degrees, meaning you can block in any directions, meaning you can block AoEs. The only thing you cannot block is unblockables. Now, blockade, there is one thing I'm going to want y'all to actually master, and that is instant blockade. The way how you do instant blockade is that you're going to do your normals, and then you're going to do blockade. So pretty much left click and normal. No, left click and blockade, and you'll be able to do instant blockade. Instant blockade will save your life abundance of times when you are fighting a boss in the game, and etc, and etc, and etc. Master instant blockade. That is the first thing you're going to want to actually master. The more that you have mastered it, the more chances you will survive longer in raids, and the likely chances that you will be a tank, because Hurk is actually a tank. If you want to take it off in into other games, pretty much Hurk is a tank. Charge. Charge is Hurk's dodge and also a block at the same time. It can do the same things like blockade, but the input to actually block with charge is very, very, very small. Very small. So I would say multiple times, do not depend on charge to actually block. Depend on your blockade. Blockade will save your life multiple times. Deflection. Deflection is one of Hurk's skills that is very important to Hurk. With this move, you will be able to deflect bosses' attacks and pretty much attacks in general. There are two ways to do this move. There is a normal standard deflection, which you will do when you're either stationary or walking, etc. It doesn't really matter. You will deflect. It is at the last possible second when the hit is about to connect with you. The second way to activate deflection is either out of your charge or your blockade, which activates your Stonewall effect. Your Stonewall your Stonewall effect allows you to get the deflection off, which is very, very important. There are two ways to tell, honestly. There is one way pretty much to tell both if you have the deflection symbol. If you have blocked with blockade or charge and you have a small impact effect, that means you have just blocked the attack and you will get a revenge out of it, and with that revenge you can get your health back and do more damage with your smashes. The second way is when there is a big impact that hits Hurk's shoulder when you are blocking with charge or blockade. When you have that, that means you have gotten the deflection and you can deflect that hit. Ultimatum. Ultimatum is one of Hurk's actives. It is your second active, if I remember correctly. This active, pretty much most Hurks would use this to either reset the drag of full moon or pretty much to dodge unblockables, because this move has iframes. If you do it at the right time, you'll be able to block unblockables and certain hits. Like, you'll be able to block hits and unblockables. Simple much as that. And most Hurks use ultimatum to reset the drag of Full Moon, because the Full Moon drag is a very, very long drag. Revenge. Revenge is a very important skill. Revenge activates when you block with Blockade or Charge and you get the Stonewall effect. There are 5 levels of Revenge. Within them 5 levels, you will get either in between 300 to 900 health back, because when you block with Charge or Blockade, you will lose health when you're blocking. But the whole point of Revenge is pretty much to get your health back, and it also increases the damage of any of your smashes. Decimate. Decimate is your first smash for Hurk. It is a very useless smash. You will not be using this. The whole reason this move will be thrown out is because you have messed up doing your combos and pretty much just messed up doing your attacks with Hurk. It's not really important to rank up. You can get it to rank A, but pretty much after rank A there is really no point. This move is also very good for breakoffs if you want to use it for breakoffs. Execute. Execute is your second smash and is also a very important smash. Your staple attack for Hurk is Execute, Normal, Crescent, Execute, Charge, Crescent, Normal, reset the combo over and over and over. That's pretty much your staple for Hurk. It is a very important smash. They have increased the rank of it so it can do more damage. The rank before was rank A, now it is rank 6. And pretty much when you get your revenge, you will do more damage with your smashes, including your execute here. Vortex. Vortex is a useless move. Don't worry about it. It's not really important. Just unlock it and move on. Execution. Execution is one of Hurk's third active. It is a knockdown, and that's pretty much it. It does damage the more in rank you have it. Now there is a combo that you can do, which a lot of Hurks do, is that they use their first or their second hit of their onslaught, and then they do execution, which makes it a guaranteed down. If you use execution by itself from rank C and up, pretty much it is a 95% chance that you will knock down the boss. The extra 5% it will not knock down the boss. That's why a lot of Hurks usually use this after an onslaught, or pretty much after they do enough damage that it will be a guaranteed knockdown. Crescent is your third smash with Hurk. It is a very important smash. It is part of your staple combo for Hurk. It does the same thing like execution, except for with execution you don't stab bombs with it, you just do damage. I already explained the staple for Hurk. It is execute, normal, crescent, execute, charge, crescent, normal. That is the staple combo for Hurk. That is what you're going to do the majority of the time, and you are going to mix in, of course, your final smash and etc. and etc. and etc. Massacre. Massacre is a useless smash. Don't worry about it. It is an entire vortex swing. You will not be using this move. If you throw it out, it's most likely by accident. Onslaught. Onslaught opens the boss's weakness for 3 attacks, which can be activated from any of your smashes and pretty much your judgment at the same time. Like I explained, with execution, you can do the first and second hit of Onslaught and save the last hit of Onslaught for your execution, so you can have a guaranteed down. Berserk. Berserk is your fourth active, Berserk mode. If you can't tell, this character is pretty much based off of Guts. Berserk increases your attack for 900 for 15 seconds within the activation of this skill. You will also have stamina respiration over time. You can block with charge or blockade, and you will be able to reset the cooldown. But after 2 blocks, the cooldown will be shortened and the effect will disappear over time. The requirements for it is 500 SP, and I've said it multiple times, this move is not really necessarily needed to be used. A lot of Hurks, including myself, don't use it because the requirements for it, you can use an execution or an ultimatum. Like I said, it's not really a useful move. People complained about it when I didn't talk about it in my Hurk guide. Now you know why I didn't talk about it. Full Moon. Full Moon is your final smash. It is your strongest smash, and it is a smash you don't use every single time. You don't use this move willy-nilly. The reason for that is because Full Moon, the drag of it, is very long. That's why I talked about in the beginning that you would use Ultimatum to actually reset the drag. I'll have videos showing so you can see all the moves. you use Ultimatum to reset to drag, or if you have enough time to do it, then by all means go gung-ho and do it. It does the same thing like any of your other smashes. If you have your revenge, you will do more damage with your smashes, and you'll also have a likely chance to crit more. Transcendence. Transcendence, you will not unlock this unless you're around level 50. Transcendence allows you to constantly attack without having to worry about stamina, but the trade-off for it is that you lose health over time. The more in rank you have it, the less health you will lose over time when you have no stamina. Thus bring us back into Revenge. Revenge, like I said, is used to get your health back. These two moves go in together, like go one in together, so yeah. And then your final active here is Terminance. Terminance is pretty much your lockdown, and also you can use this to dodge unblockables. Alright people, that is the Hurk overview. So either way, that is Hurk. Hopefully this helped you out, and I'll see y'all next time.